Top of the morning, world. It's your man's in them, the Toothless Wonder, reporting on the Bamboozle Again News Network. As I love to say, Negroes get bamboozled every day, being I'm hop right into this. Now I didn't watch the Super Bowl. I so happened to come home. My daughter was all, super excited about the halftime show and Kendrick Lamar. I'll be honest, the whole demonstration, the Super Bowl, and the halftime, it was lackluster to me. I don't see what everybody was so hyped up about. And I said this in the live yesterday, where I felt like, because of like what was going on with the plane crashes. What are they doing? Like what was going on with the plane crashes, the reoccurring numbers of 76 and 67, and how all the planes that crashed, for the most part, are tied to Philadelphia or Kansas City. The Black Hawk AI helicopter crashing, into the junk and all this head. I felt like the message was that not only was Philly going to win, like the American Eagle was going to beat down the Chiefs, the native people, the populace, the self-sufficient or something, but they were going to beat them down real good, like it wasn't even going to be a close game. And the last score I saw before the final score was, 34-6. I guess they ended up winning 40-22. Almost symbolized. Now, of course, I figured they was going to make some type of comeback, but to me that symbolized you'll try to come back, but it'll be too little, too late. You know what I'm saying? Like how I said this yesterday, how they reenact like Gettysburg, or the Masonic people reenact Hiram Abiff's whatever happened to him, and blase, like, I don't know, conjure up that energy or that spirit or whatever the case may be, right? And then, I hopped online this morning, I seen, some people I know, they were talking about whatever Kendrick message was. And I thought it was odd, because Samuel L. Jackson was dressed up like Chicken George or somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like, he looked like old, tap dance Willie Earl Negro, you know what I'm saying? Now, they say he had some little messages and whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop, but... And said, Kendrick, put some subliminal messages out there that had black people all riled up and this, that, and the third. No, man. First of all, I seen a meme. If you took an aerial shot of, I guess, his performance stage, it was in the same symbolism of the Masonic, I don't know if you call it a flag or whatever the case would be. You know what I'm saying? Like, you mean tell me Kendrick don't know that? He still... like on that Black Panther movie. It was the Black Panther movie. Like the first one without the superhero. And the FBI dude said if they want a black messiah, we'll give it to them. Kendrick down with them peoples too. You know what I'm saying? He's just a younger model, so they're allowing him to get out on Drake, and maybe Drake bucked the system, trying to sue and this, that, and the third, instead of just taking his lick and going about his business. You know what I'm saying? And then the West Coast, is where, gangsterism emanated from, and that whole kind of spirit, and they not like us. And actually, it's not that they're not like us. I'm just nothing like them. You know what I'm saying? But again, okay, he makes all this symbolism and what black people need to do, or saying whatever to the system. They own the system. You can't tell people to own nothing, how to run what they own. And that's the part that keep baffling me. We keep asking these people, or fighting for it. It's not meant to be fought for. They didn't fight to get out of Egypt. You see what I'm saying? But again, nobody really, even though, people say, well, we're African American, and I'll say, which country? You know what I'm saying? But if I actually say, we're descendants of the scriptural Hebrews and this, that, and the third, which would quantify, our captivity here and why certain things can't happen and why we can't fight and get out of it, even if we did fight. You know what I'm saying? Because it's punishment. And if they say we're African American, then I rebuttal that with which country? You know what I'm saying? False hope again, yo. We just eat it up, yo. We eat up symbolism. You know what I'm saying? We eat it up every day, B. But no real change that would have to be based on personal responsibility. Now, I'm of the belief I done moved out this space, right? all this fun, yeah, finance, that's best my ability as a father and, for lineage and legacy purposes. But my view of success now is being unmoved by the system, and being sanctified to a greater degree and level. That's success. I said that yesterday. That's real success. Being to walk upright in a wicked culture, not getting bamboozled in a place that does nothing but lie to you. You know what I'm saying? That's success in and of itself. Like I said, okay, Kendrick got all this money, but he still ain't got no power. You know what I'm saying? He talked about, they were making, insinuating he's saying this and he's saying that, and he's standing up to the system. How you stand up to the system? Performing on a stage that's in the same pattern as a Masonic symbol. And you can't tell me he didn't know that prior, False hope. You know what I'm saying? They controlled opposition and all this here, man. Bamboozled again. Negroes get bamboozled every day, B. I don't trust none of them. No. How you, like other people do it, but name one black person, right, that you know of, not even in the system per se, let's say on a state job or in a corporation, name one black person who's gotten into said organization and changed it from the inside, and now all the people believe him and he lead them. Name one. Outside of what? Joseph, I guess. And that was for a godly purpose. We're not meant to change nothing. Now you may be able to quote unquote change or influence those you come across. You can, work whatever job or whatever, hustle or business you got going on. And maybe, as for me and my house, you know what I'm saying? We'll serve the Lord. But nationally speaking or something, Babylon's going to implode from within, and it won't be because black people stood up. Because black people only stand up when they tell us to, and that's for under false pretense. Like if your movement is predicated on the media telling you to move, it ain't no movement, Just like we rioted and all that for George Floyd and got bamboozled by Black Lives Matter, because that's what they wanted to do. You know what I'm saying? If they don't tell you to riot, you don't riot. Like when they shot the woman who invoked the name of Yeshua. The Christian church and black people ain't riot behind that. And black people go to church every Sunday, B. They ain't riot behind that. But they riot for George Floyd, who's a heroin addict. And from what I've seen, he had ties to, Masonic stuff and all that there, man. So I'm done talking to him. I'm done casting my pearl before swine. They want to be bamboozled. They want symbolic victories. They don't want real change. Because if it really changed, you know what I'm saying? Like every time Trump come out and say something, they're scared of that change. You know what I'm saying? And if you're so scared of Trump, whatever he kind of do, why don't all these black people, Ricky Small, I stay on now, why don't they, put out their own rhetoric? But of course, they tied in with them too, so they not going to say it, even if they do it personally. But if they do it personally, they know where they at and they know how to shut that down. Why don't we get our own land, Why don't we build our own communities, Or why don't you as the individual strive to do X, Y, Z? Here's how I did it, utilizing my credit, or, here's how you can food and whoop. Don't none of them tell you that. They keep telling you complain and fight the system by crying to them. We gotta have to endure this. Even in my personal life, certain stuff I'm just gonna have to endure, And if I get the victory, cool. If I don't, I'll deal with it gracefully, But I'm not giving the system my energy and my peace. And no, man, I'm not getting all wrapped up in all the, you know what I'm saying? Because they wrap us up in a whole bunch of stuff. But luckily for me, I'm one of them squirmy, wormy type Negroes. You know what I'm saying? Like you might got me. Whoop. You know what I'm saying? I'm out of there. I'm free. Nope, can't get me. Whoop. I'm too squirmy. I like shake loose from stuff. You know what I'm saying? Whole bunch of stuff try to grab me. Whoop. Hit a little razzle dazzle. Nope, I'm over here. Can't get me. You know what I'm saying? That joint was lackluster. And here's the tripping part. I'm saying it's lackluster and then they ain't watch it. I know it's lackluster by people's response and energy they gave to it. A rigged game, The whole demonstration rigged. Stock market rigged. Your culture and society is artificially manufactured. Rigged. You know what I'm saying? The politics rigged. You know what I'm saying? 9 times out of 10 here in the world, your relationship is rigged. You know what I'm saying? Your family's rigged to work against you. That's why I participate. Why I participate in something I ain't supposed to win. So I be as set apart as possible and be at peace. I ain't even all mad like when I roll through the hood and whoop the whoop the whoop the whoop. It's supposed to look like we in Babylon. How the hood's supposed to look. Granted, it do suck watching people, perish and lose their spirit and all that. But that's what Babylon do. I can't get mad at Babylon for Babylon. No more so than I could be mad at the harlot for practicing harlotry. We're in Babylon, and that's what she's supposed to do. The onus is on me to operate in wisdom, understanding, and knowledge to not get wrapped up. Whoop. No, you couldn't get me, harlot. You know what I'm saying? I ain't fading none of this stuff, cuz. This is just a real quick one, on the Monday morning. Now the Super Bowl was lackluster, but you can't afford to be. And on that note, signing off. Godspeed. One love, cover your six. And of course,